Hello coin enthusiasts out there, it is Dax Collects, and today what I have in front of me is nickel box number 8 here on YouTube. You know what time it is? It's nickel box time. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, before I get started with this, if you haven't seen my last nickel box video, put the link right up here so you can go ahead and watch nickel box number 7 before you watch nickel box number 8. Let's go ahead and get this open here. And I should mention, I actually bought 2 nickel boxes again, and now I'm going through this box right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the enders real quick. Okay, the top enders look pretty standard. There's a few here that look old. These 3 right here look like they're pretty old. I'm gonna take a look at the bottom enders real quick, and I'll be right back. After looking through the bottom enders, this one here is the only one that looked pretty old. This one here, look how dark that is. That has seen better days. Hopefully it's a really old nickel, but we'll see. Other than that, the rest of these nickels look pretty standard. So first 5 rolls as usual. Let's get on with that and get started with the hunt. So with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, we got our first 40s nickel here. The 1949 minted in Philadelphia. All right, these rolls aren't looking promising right now. There's a lot of new Jeffersons in here. So finding this is good. Let's see what else I can find. All right, so after going through the first 5 rolls, these are the finds so far. It's looking pretty rough. I'm seeing a lot of the new Jefferson design nickels right now. Eek. But let's just go through these finds right now. I have 2 Jefferson nickels from the 40s and 2 Jefferson nickels from the 50s. Let's go ahead and go over the 50s first. 1958, 1959. This one's minted in Denver, and this one's minted in Philadelphia. And these are my 40s. We have a 1940 here, and 1949 here. Flip it over. These are both minted in Philadelphia. None of these I need for the books. The only 50s nickels that I need are the 1950 Philadelphia, 1950 Denver, and a 1955 Philadelphia. And I don't need any of these 40s for the books. So, kind of a rough start. We'll see how these next few rolls favor us and go from there. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Currently on roll number 11, and I have 1 nickel here. I'm gonna check and see if this one here This 1955 Jefferson nickel is from Philadelphia. If it is, this is a very rare nickel. Let's take a look. Ah, minted in Denver. Not what I need. All right, let's keep going. All right, currently on roll number 20, and this one's an interesting roll here because there's not just one foreign nickel, but there's two foreign nickels in here. Let's see if I can find them again. Okay, here's the first one. It's just gonna be a Canadian nickel here. Let's flip it over and see what year this is from. 1987. I believe I have this already. So that's Canadian nickel number 1. And I assume this one here is also gonna be a Canadian nickel. And it will be. This is gonna be a newer one since it has the more modern design. I'm gonna say 2002. Let's flip it over and see what year this is from. It's from the year 2000. So 2 Canadian nickels in the same roll. Let's see what else is out there. All right, just finished the first half of this box. Let's go ahead and do a first half box recap right now. So let's set this aside and bring on over the finds. Here are the finds of the first half. Let's go over them right now. I have 4 nickels from the 40s, 4 nickels from the 50s, 2 Canadian nickels, and 1 2009. So let's go over them right now. First up is this 2009 Denver. These have a very low mintage because of the recession that was going on in modern times. So these are pretty hard to find. I found this in roll number 19. All right, here is a Canadian nickel right here. Let's flip it over. From the year 2000. Found this in roll number 20. And here's Canadian nickel number 2. From the year 1987. Found this in roll number 20. Now let's go on to the 50s. First up, here's a 1959, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in the first 5 rolls. Next up is 1958, minted in Denver. Found this in the first 5 rolls. This one here is a 1955, minted in Denver. If this was a Philadelphia, it'd be a key date nickel, because I think only 7 million of them were minted in Philadelphia, and Denver is like 10 times as much, if not more than that. All right, a little under 10 times, so about 9.5 times more than the Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 11. Next up is a 1953, minted in Denver. Found this in roll number 15. Now let's move on to the 40s. This one here is a 1949, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in the first 5 rolls. Still need a Denver and a San Francisco from this year. Didn't get it this first half, but maybe the second half will be different. Next up here is a 1946, minted in Denver. Found this in roll number 17. Here's a 1941, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 8. And last but not least, the 1940 Philadelphia. Found this in the first 5 rolls. And these are the finds of the first half. It's a pretty light box so far. I've been finding lots of modern nickels, which is to be expected, but that's the beauty of coin hunting. You never know what you're gonna get. So I'm gonna continue on, open up these next 25 rolls, and see what I can find. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, currently on roll number 41. And when I open this roll up here, it's gonna get crazy. Why? I mean, look at this. One, 2, 3 chances here. I don't think this is gonna be one and this one, but maybe this one. We'll see. Let's see if any of these are war nickels here. Okay, this one is just gonna be a 2015 Denver. Here's this one. it's just a 1996 Philadelphia. This one, not gonna be it. 1964. All right, let's keep going. All right, just finished nickel box number 8. Let's go ahead and do a second half box recap right now. So let's go ahead and set this aside. Bring the finds. Here are the finds of the second half. Let's go over them real quick right now. I have 4 nickels from the 40s. I have 10 nickels from the 50s and 2 2009 nickels. Let's go ahead and start with the 2009s. Here they are. Managed to find 2 more of these, both minted in Denver. Found these earlier in the box. Now let's go on to the 50s, which I have a lot of here. First up is a 1958, minted in Denver. I found this earlier in the box. Next up is a 1958, minted in Denver. Once again, found this earlier in the box. Next up is a 1957, minted in Denver. Found this in roll number 46. There's another 1957, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 35. Here's a 1956, minted in Denver. Found this in roll number 47. Here's another 1956, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 32. Next up is the 1954, minted in Denver. Found this in roll number 26. Here's another 1954, also minted in Denver. Here's my third 1954, minted in San Francisco. Found this in roll number 48. Last one from the 50s is another 1954, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 28. And now, let's move on to the 40s. Here's a 1948, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 34. Next up is a 1940, minted in Philadelphia. I found this coin earlier in the box. Next up is another 1940, minted in San Francisco. Found this in roll number 26. And the last one from the 40s is, you guessed it, a 1940, minted in Philadelphia. Found this earlier in the box. And these are the finds of the second half. Another light showing here. Nothing really too crazy as far as finds here. I'm gonna go ahead, bring all the finds together, and do a full box recap. I'll be right back as soon as I finish that up. All right, here are all the finds of the box. As you can see, I've got tons of old Jeffersons, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have any additions, but that's okay. Let's go over the Jeffersons right now. I have 8 Jeffersons from the 40s, 14 Jeffersons from the 50s, 2 Canadian nickels, and 3 2009 Denver nickels. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes you don't get lucky with these, and that's okay. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go through this Jefferson Nickels book here and see if any of these Jeffersons are upgrades for this Jefferson Nickels #1 book. So let's go ahead and open this up. So right now, this is what it looks like. And still missing these. Didn't find any. I did find a 49, just not a 49 Denver, San Francisco. And I did find a 48 as well, but not a San Francisco in there. So that's all right. No 50s, and no 55s. So let's go ahead and see if we can find an upgrade. After looking through my finds, I think the only 2 that I'm gonna upgrade is this 54 Philadelphia and this 54 San Francisco. And that's it. Let's go ahead and replace them real quick. And that's all I got. Everything else, it looks just about the same. So that is all I got for this book as far as upgrades. 54 Philadelphia and the 54 San Francisco. Upgraded the 1960 as well. Everything else is going back to the bank. So that's pretty much it for that. I will keep my Canadian nickels, of course. The 2009s, I don't care about those anymore. I'll let other people have fun with trying to find these in circulation. And all these are going back. So I got a few more nickels here, and these are going to be for my collection number 2 book here. So let's see. Pretty light box, like I said. If you like this video regardless of the light box, I appreciate it. Kind of shows the realism of coin roll hunting. You never know what you're going to get until you open a box and go through the rolls. So that's all I got for now. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one.